At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into something you specifically wanted to know more about. And it's all centered around basketball games between Michigan State and Auburn. We've got a really cool set of data here, search terms that fans are using online, giving us a sneak peek into what they're most curious about when it comes to these matchups.
Yeah, this is like getting a direct look into the minds of the fans. Raw, unfiltered search queries doesn't get much closer to the source than that.
Definitely. So let's jump right in. I mean, the first thing that really pops out to me just looking at this list is just how many times, like any variation of Auburn versus Michigan State versus Auburn keeps popping up. What does that tell us right away?
Well, you're right. The sheer volume of searches, and not just that, but all the different ways people are phrasing it with Auburn and without it, using abbreviations like NSU, My State, it really points to a pretty strong level of interest in, well, specifically when these two teams go head-to-head. It's like, it goes beyond just a general interest in either program. It's these particular matchups that seem to be on everyone's minds.
Yeah, and not just looking back at old games, right? We're seeing a lot of searches that throw prediction in the mix, Auburn versus Michigan State prediction, things like that.
Yeah.
Why do you think those prediction searches are so popular?
I think it suggests there's a real sense of anticipation for future games.
Yeah.
Maybe these two have a history of really close, nail-biting matches. So fans are eager to see what the experts are saying about any upcoming ones. It points to like a competitive intrigue.
Yeah, totally. And then you've got all these searches that are about the here and now. Auburn score, Moose score, Auburn game today. It seems like a lot of people are trying to follow the action live.
Absolutely. These real-time searches, they really show how engaged fans are on game days. Wanting to know the score as it happens, shows they're dedicated enough to tune in live or at least be constantly checking for updates.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we also noticed searches for Auburn basketball roster and Sioux basketball roster, and even a specific player's name popped up, Jackson Kohler, with Kohler Michigan State alongside it. What do you make of that mix? General roster searches plus a specific player being singled out.
Interesting, right? I think the roster searches in general tell us fans want to know who's on the court, maybe to get a sense of each team's strengths and weaknesses. But that specific search for Jackson Kohler, that's really interesting. It could be he's had a standout performance lately, maybe he's a high-profile transfer, or there could even be some local storyline in Michigan that's got people curious. Hard to say without digging deeper.
Yeah, a little mystery there. Now, when it comes to actually watching these games, the searches are, pretty direct. Where to watch Auburn Tigers men's basketball versus Michigan State Spartans men's basketball. And the same thing flipped around. People just want to know where to tune in.
Right, no messing around. I mean, once you've got that interest in the matchup, the next logical step is figuring out how to watch it. These searches are proof they're actively looking for those viewing options.
Absolutely. Last but not least, we saw some broader searches like NCAA men's games today, which seems to show some general interest in college basketball. And then this really specific one, Michigan State Spartans men's basketball versus Auburn Tigers men's basketball match player stats.
Wow. Talk about a deep dive.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's serious. It's like, on one hand, you have folks casually keeping up with college basketball, and on the other, you have this segment of fans who are, they're going deep into the weeds looking for detailed player stats for when these two teams meet. They're going way beyond just the final score.
So just to recap for you, our listener, this exploration of search terms has really given us a focused look at what basketball fans are looking for when it comes to Auburn and Michigan State. It's all right here, their anticipation for the games, the need for real-time updates, that interest in who's playing, and of course, figuring out how to catch the action. And it really does raise an interesting question, Given all these searches, all these different angles people are coming from, what do you think is driving this interest in Auburn versus Michigan State basketball? Is it a history of memorable games? Maybe it's the contrasting coaching styles that resonate with fans. I mean, we talked about Bruce Pearl earlier. Or maybe there are connections between some of the players that add another layer of intrigue. Or is there something else entirely, something we haven't even considered that makes these matchups stand out? It's definitely something to think about.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.